10,000 years ago, an alien ship lands on a small village in the desert, leaving everyone stunned. Hundreds of years later, archaeologists discover the remains of a settlement and a giant disk with ancient writings in the same place. Professor Langford, who brought his daughter Catherine to the scene, leads the study of the artifacts. The narrative then shifts to the present day, taking us to modern-day America. Here, we meet Catherine Langford, the daughter of Professor Langford, as she cautiously approaches the entrance of a theater. Inside, Daniel, an expert in ancient Egyptian languages, is passionately presenting his alternative theories on the construction of the pyramids. Despite his enthusiasm, he fails to capture the attention of his academic audience, who dismissively leave the theater during his presentation. Catherine, intrigued by Daniel's perspective and recognizing his potential, approaches him. It's soon revealed that Daniel is struggling financially and lacks a stable home. In a pivotal moment, during a conversation in her car, Catherine persuades Daniel to join a secretive project as a translator. This invitation marks the beginning of an extraordinary adventure that will intertwine the lives of these characters with the mysteries of the Stargate. As the narrative continues, the scene transitions to America, where we are introduced to Jack, a military officer grappling with personal tragedy. Jack's mental health has deteriorated following the accidental death of his son. This tragedy occurred under heartbreaking circumstances, with his son accidentally shooting himself using Jack's service weapon. The weight of this loss is palpable in Jack's manner, casting a shadow of deep depression over him. Meanwhile, the purpose of Catherine's recruitment of Daniel is revealed in a new setting, an American Air Force base located in Colorado. Here, Daniel is immediately tasked with a crucial job. He delves into the translation of an ancient Egyptian script, quickly dismissing the existing interpretation as flawed. As he immerses himself in this task, Daniel makes a groundbreaking discovery. He realizes that some of the symbols presented to him are not just mere script. They are coordinates that correspond to a map of the solar system. This revelation is significant, and he promptly shares his findings with a group of military personnel. In a detailed explanation, he reveals that these coordinates chart a course to a yet undiscovered starting point in the cosmos. The group's leader, who is now Special Operations Colonel Jack, plays a pivotal role in the unfolding events. He guides Daniel and the team to a high-security operations room, revealing the Stargate, a remarkable artifact previously unearthed in Egypt by Catherine's father. Armed with Daniel's insightful findings and the newly deciphered coordinates, the team successfully activates the Stargate using sophisticated computer technology. This activation is a monumental achievement, as it creates a wormhole, a bridge through space and time, connecting them to a distant planet. The team's initial exploration of this connection is cautious. They send a probe through the wormhole. However, the excitement is replaced with uncertainty, as the signal from the probe becomes almost immediately lost, hinting at the unknown challenges and mysteries that lie ahead on this distant world. As the plot progresses, a pivotal revelation comes to light. Jack has been tasked with leading a military expedition through the newly activated wormhole. The goal is to explore the unknown planet on the other side of this cosmic gateway. Daniel, with his expertise in ancient scripts, becomes an essential member of this team. The understanding is clear. His knowledge is crucial for navigating the Stargate and ensuring the team's safe return to Earth. Before embarking on this daring journey, Catherine presents Daniel with a symbol of good fortune, a golden amulet beautified with a hieroglyphic symbol. Armed and prepared, Daniel and the heavily equipped military unit step through the Stargate. Embarking on an extraordinary voyage through the cosmos, they find themselves hurtling through the vast outer reaches of space, a journey both exhilarating and disorienting. Upon arrival, they are greeted by a landscape that strikingly resembles ancient Egypt, a sandy, barren planet dominated by a structure eerily similar to a pyramid. However, the awe of this new world is quickly overshadowed by practical concerns. Some team members, anxious to return home, soon realize that their departure from this alien planet is not going to be straightforward. It becomes apparent that Daniel must first locate the specific written code necessary to operate the Stargate for their return journey. Tensions escalate among the group, resulting in a heated argument. In a moment of frustration, one soldier angrily throws Daniel's case of books at him. As Daniel stoops to gather his scattered books, he notices a large, peculiar animal in the distance. Undeterred by its strange appearance and intrigued by its harnessed state, Daniel approaches the creature, offering it a snack in a gesture of friendship. His attempt to pet the animal, however, backfires. Startled, the creature sprints, dragging Daniel along across the sandy dunes. This unexpected turn of events prompts a few members of the team, including Jack, to give chase. launching them further into the unknown terrain of this mysterious and reminiscent planet. In the next chapter of the movie, Daniel, having been inadvertently carried away by the strange animal, regains consciousness in a rather unexpected manner. The animal, showing a gentler side, affectionately licks his face, bringing him back to his senses. Meanwhile, his companions who had pursued him finally catch up, and together they encounter a new scene. Before them lies a mining community, whose inhabitants live under basic, almost primitive conditions. These people bear a striking resemblance to the ancient Egyptians depicted in the movie's opening scenes, creating a sense of historical continuity and mystery. The reaction of the local people to Daniel and his group is one of immediate friendship, especially upon seeing the hieroglyphic amulet around Daniel's neck. They bow in respect, possibly mistaking him for a figure of significance. The friendship grows even further when Daniel extends a gesture of goodwill by offering chocolate to the community's leader. This simple act of sharing bridges the cultural gap, and the group is warmly welcomed into the community. As they integrate with the locals, a significant discovery unfolds. The team, using a scanning device, learns that the community is engaged in mining a peculiar material. This revelation is crucial because it is the same material used to construct the Stargate. This finding aligns with the earlier speculation by Earth's experts about the Stargate's extraterrestrial origin. During their interaction with the locals, Daniel experiences the community's hospitality firsthand. The chieftain, Kasuf, offers him a unique, unfamiliar dish, humorously likened to chicken by Daniel. In a surprising turn of events, Kasuf also presents his daughter, Shauri, to Daniel, leading the locals to believe that Daniel and Shauri are now married. Meanwhile, Jack forges a bond with Kasuf's son, Skara. This friendship is cemented when Jack demonstrates the use of a lighter and gifts it to Skara, a gesture that transcends language and cultural barriers. However, the situation takes a dramatic turn back at the base camp. A violent sandstorm forces the remaining troops to seek refuge within the pyramid. This moment of crisis escalates when the spaceship from the movie's opening sequences returns. A tense firefight ensues, resulting in the tragic loss of 2 team members and the capture of the others. Amidst this chaos, radio contact with Jack is completely severed, isolating him from the rest of his team and heightening the sense of danger and uncertainty that permeates this alien landscape. Daniel's evolving relationship with Shauri becomes a key element in his adaptation to the new environment on the distant planet. This bond allows him to immerse himself in the local culture and explore his surroundings more freely. In his explorations, Daniel stumbles upon ancient scripts that resonate with familiarity. With Shauri's assistance, he not only learns to pronounce the language but also begins to communicate with the local inhabitants. This newfound ability to converse enables Daniel to delve deeper into the history of the settlement. He uncovers a startling truth: the inhabitants were transported from Earth and have been living as slaves on this planet. Furthermore, Daniel learns about a past rebellion against their oppressor, Ra, on Earth. This uprising led Ra to prohibit the practice of writing, an attempt to suppress further revolts. As Daniel pieces together the history, he also makes progress in solving the puzzle of the Stargate's operation. He successfully identifies 6 of the coordinates necessary to activate the Stargate for a return to Earth. However, the 7th and final coordinate presents a significant challenge. It has been eroded over time and remains a mystery. Meanwhile, Jack, increasingly worried about the lack of communication from his troops, decides to take decisive action. He leads his group back to the pyramid, a move that results in their capture. Confronted by Ra and his guards, who reveal themselves to be humanoid as they retract their metallic headgear, the team faces a new reality. Ra is identified as the very villager who was drawn to the spaceship many years earlier. A brief fight ensues during their arrest, in which Daniel is killed. However, in an unexpected turn, Ra revives Daniel, revealing his preference for a human form due to its ease of repair. It is amidst these revelations that Daniel learns the shocking truth about Jack's mission. Jack had been covertly transporting an atomic bomb with the intention of detonating it to destroy the Stargate on the alien planet, effectively severing the link to Earth. This plan, Daniel realizes, is not just a mission, it's a suicide mission. Jack is prepared to sacrifice himself to ensure that the Stargate cannot be used for evil purposes, a decision that adds a layer of complexity and moral ambiguity to the unfolding events. In a dramatic turn of events, Ra's reaction to the rebellion is fierce and unforgiving. Enraged by the defiance, he devises a catastrophic plan to send the atomic bomb back to Earth through the wormhole. But this is not just any bomb. Ra intends to enhance its destructive power 100-fold by lacing it with the locally mined mineral. This diabolical plan, if successful, would result in the complete annihilation of humanity. In the midst of this turmoil, Daniel faces a harrowing choice. Ra offers him a chance to save his own life, but at a terrible cost. Daniel must execute his military comrades in front of the mining community. Faced with this moral dilemma, Daniel makes a bold decision. He refuses to comply with Ra's demand and instead turns the weapon against Ra and his henchmen. This act of defiance ignites a rebellion. The miners, inspired by Daniel's bravery and led by Skara, take up arms and join the fight. Together, they manage to escape the immediate danger, finding refuge in nearby caves. In these caves, a significant breakthrough occurs. Skara, boldly defying Ra's ban on writing, sketches a symbol on the cave wall. Daniel, upon seeing this, realizes that it might be the elusive seventh symbol needed to operate the Stargate. Their hopes of returning home are rejuvenated. However, Ra, in retaliation for the uprising, dispatches ships to attack Kasuf's community. Unfazed by this threat and fueled by a newfound determination, the group, under Jack's leadership, confronts their oppressors. They successfully overpower the guards, seizing their weapons, and march back to the pyramid with a renewed sense of purpose. Once at the pyramid, the situation escalates into a chaotic battle. Jack, Daniel, and Sha'uri find themselves trapped inside, while around 20 of their companions, led by Jack's second-in-command, Kowalski, are pinned down outside, unable to enter due to aerial attacks. Kowalski's group, having exhausted their ammunition, eventually surrenders, raising their hands in a gesture of defeat. In a dramatic twist, just as they are about to be captured, Kasuf emerges as an unlikely hero. He appears on a nearby sand dune, flanked by the entire mining community. With a sudden surge of energy, the miners descend upon the scene, engaging Ra's forces. The miners, fueled by their desire for freedom and led by their resolute chieftain, overpower Ra's men, emerging victorious. This triumph of the underdog against overwhelming odds marks a pivotal moment in the movie, encapsulating the themes of resilience, unity, and the enduring human spirit. In the gripping climax within the pyramid, Jack is on a mission to neutralize the threat posed by Ra. He locates the bomb and sets its timer, readying it for detonation. However, his plan almost crashes when Ra's main guard confronts him. In a tense and desperate struggle, Jack manages to gain the upper hand. He cleverly utilizes a highly advanced teleportation device, a testament to the alien technology present in the pyramid. In a decisive move, Jack activates the device and uses it to crush Ra's guard, eliminating the immediate threat. Simultaneously, Daniel faces a deeply personal challenge. Sha'uri, whom he has grown to care for deeply, has been mortally wounded in the earlier conflict. In a race against time, Daniel turns to Ra's advanced technology in a desperate attempt to revive her. This emotional moment underscores the human element amidst the high-stakes, sci-fi action. As the clock ticks down to the bomb's detonation, Jack and Daniel, now reunited, are pressed for time. In a stroke of ingenuity, they create a daring plan to avert disaster. They decide to teleport the bomb onto Ra's ship, which is in the midst of escaping the planet. Their plan succeeds. The bomb is teleported aboard Ra's vessel and detonates, resulting in a spectacular explosion that not only destroys Ray and his ship but also reveals Ray's true alien form, a glimpse into the otherworldly origins of their adversary. With Ra's defeat, the external threats are finally neutralized. Daniel and the troops can now safely reopen the Stargate. The atmosphere is markedly different from before. The previously depressed Jack is now uplifted, ready to return to Earth with renewed spirits. However, Daniel's journey takes a different path. Having found a sense of belonging and love on the alien planet, he chooses to stay behind with Sha'uri, his new wife. In a symbolic gesture, he hands the golden amulet, once a token of good luck from Catherine, to Jack. He asks Jack to convey to Catherine that the amulet indeed brought him good fortune, as it led him to a new life, a new people, and love. The movie concludes as the crew, now minus Daniel, prepares to return to Earth. The Stargate activates, serving as a portal back to their home planet, and the team steps through, leaving Daniel behind to embrace his new life. This ending strikes a balance between the excitement of interstellar adventure and the profound human connections forged across the stars. And with that, the movie ends.